Hello, this is Carrie with Cookbook Divas, and it is Amazon Prime Big Deals Day. And we are looking at cookbooks that are on deals or not, but we're also celebrating autumn. We are streaming live on Amazon. We're going to be doing most of our chatting over there. Oh, I forgot to put on a nice little banner. Cookbook Divas. There we go. Okay. I'm a little rusty at live streaming. It's been a while because I moved. Barely had time to unpack. Let me turn off the sound and make sure I'm not talking to myself. There we go. Okay. We're going to be talking about pies today. It's going to make us all terribly hungry. I'm so sorry for any torture that we do. We have lots of pie cookbooks, but I'm also going to chat about the beautiful items behind me. All right, just waiting for Amazon to load me up. There we go. Welcome to Cookbook Divas. Let's talk about pie. Yum. I haven't baked a pie in quite a while myself. So let's get started. We're going to talk about the webcam that I'm using is on deal today, so I wanted to mention it. It's a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. Now, we don't use 4K here on Amazon, but we do over on YouTube, where you can find us at Cookbook Divas. It is 35% off today. $129 instead of almost $200. I call that a good deal. My microphone, which is right here and should be technically a little closer, is a Logitech for Creators Blue Yeti. It's 20% off today, $79 instead of just about $100. And the ring light that's kind of washing me out because I have it turned up too high, but I don't mind looking all goth in the fall. 20% off. It's a Neewer ring light. I think it's the 18-inch one. It's a prime big deal. 20% off, $71 instead of $88. If you're going to be a influencer, have a YouTube channel, etc., you have to have a ring light. You can't make do with the little thing on your phone. You have to have a ring light. Doesn't have to be this one. We're going to talk about a lot of pies today. I forgot to put my backdrop in here, didn't I? Oh, I meant to put it in there. I wonder if I should take a second and do that. Anyway, it's a cloth fabric backdrop from Kate. Absolutely love it. I think I want to add it. Let me just take a second and do that. How did I forget that? Kate, pumpkin, flowers, photography backdrop. It is 7 feet across and 5 feet tall, so you can't really stand adults in front of it for photo shoots. Autumn Thanksgiving Farm, colorful flowers. Found it. Okay, now it is in the live stream. It's $39 today. It is not on sale, unfortunately, but I wanted to add it because I love the backdrop. I just had to, it has a little gusset on the top of it, so I just slid it on my metal photography backdrop holder, and it went on, and I straightened it out, and it wasn't even all that wrinkled after being shipped. Here it is in the carousel, so you can click to see it. I'm going to click too. Autumn pumpkin colorful flowers. I like these for my office. I don't like using Zoom artificial backgrounds. I like using cloth, and I can change it out. And I might change it later when I'm doing a Christmas live stream here on this channel later today. We're going to talk about Christmas books, a little bit about Christmas toys. We don't want the seasons to get all mushed together and rushed, but I do like to have my Christmas shopping done, honestly, before December 1st. I am drinking tea out of a Hello Pumpkin campfire mug. It's by Sweetwater Decor. It's on deals today, 33% off. It's just $9.99. One problem with this, though, is if you put it in the dishwasher, this Hello Pumpkin is likely going to wash off. And it's metal, can't put it in the microwave. But it's great for putting boiling hot tea or cocoa or coffee in it and sipping for a long time. It keeps it hot, and I especially love it out by the bonfire or campfire. It's by Sweetwater Decor, and I need caffeine today because we are live streaming all day to celebrate. We're going to talk about pie cookbooks. We're also going to talk about the decorations behind me as we go. So be sure to ask any questions if you want me to hold something up to the camera and show it to you, etc. But let's get started. Which book should I grab first? One of the ones on top of the pile that I can easily find. How about the Golden Girls cookbook? I was surprised when I was doing my research today because I thought the Golden Girls mostly did cheesecakes. But I definitely saw some pie recipes in here. Now, I might have to grab my glasses because it's hard to read these as a grandma when I have lights shining in my face, as I do right now. So I'm trying to find in my carousel, Golden Girls, where are you? Did I add that later? Is it at the end? I know I added it. Pie School, Pie Academy. We have a lot of pie books. It must be towards the end. Golden Girls. There it is. It is a Prime Big Deals cookbook today. 52% off, $12.36. Sophia. My favorite, the ditzy one, played by Betty White. And this is more than 90 delectable recipes from Blanche, Rose, Dorothy, and Sophia. The Golden Girls cookbook came out a couple years ago. Kingswell is the publisher. 2020. Let me grab the index. Oh, there they are. Let's grab the index. Oh, they don't have their pies. This is delicious, an amaretto sour, but we're here to talk about pie, not cocktails. The photography in this book is pretty good, I have to say. Usually pop culture cookbooks, maybe not the best. Recipes, cheesecake, party foods and drinks, desserts, pecan pie, page 132. Let's check it out. Oh, I love that the edges of the pages have like ferns, like their decor they had. I almost forgot the page number. Pre-baked pie shell recipe, pecan pie. There it is. It says pecan pie is second only to cheesecake in the makes everything okay category. Wonderful an hour out of the oven or rewarmed at room temperature or even out of the fridge. This one makes 10 servings. Prep time is just 15 minutes plus time to bake the shell. Bake time 45 minutes. And I think that's the only pie in the book. They have cornbread, pan-fried okra. Wow, but we're here to talk about pie. So I wouldn't buy this cookbook just for that one pie recipe. But if you are a Golden Girls fan, this is a great pop culture Christmas gift. And I'll just flip through really quick so you can see the quality of the photography. And I'm going to jump over to StreamYard to do this because it's easier to see what I'm doing. Okay. That was the Golden Girls cookbook. Next, I'm going to get this heavy one out of the way first while I have lots of energy. This is Baking, the Ultimate Cookbook by Robert Gonzalez and Dan Crean. This is massive. This is amazing. If I could only have one baking cookbook, it would definitely be this one. So we're going to look up the pies chapter, but I wanted to flip through and show you. Ooh, I saw a pie. It's so heavy. There's so many books in here. This is on deal, which is great because it's a massive book. It's 44% off today. $22.49. That is really good. That is cheaper than I bought it for. There's an entire chapter, Pies, Tarts, and Quiche, page 217. Ooh, we see chocolate mousse. The photos are amazing. Oh, we're going to be hungry after this one. Oh, I skipped way too far ahead. I'm supposed to be I'm in page 300. Oh, I had it bookmarked. Okay. A pâté sucré recipe. Pies, Tarts, and Quiche chapter. Yum. And I'd love for you guys to tell me down in the comments below, what is your favorite pie? Mine, lemon cream pie. Here's how to make your own graham cracker crust, should you feel the need to do it. Apple pie. I like making those September, October, and then I start moving into pumpkin pie season. Here's how to make the lattice top. Beautiful photos. Hello, Cookbook Divas. Awesome Mom is here. Hello. I haven't live streamed for a long time. I bet you were shocked to see me. I was moving and unpacking and setting my studio back up in this house. And woo, then we had a whole bunch of family emergencies. Everybody's okay. Woo. Boston cream pie. That reminds me more of a cake than a pie, but I'm not going to argue. It looks delicious. Oh, this is a pretty picture of flowering the top of the... And a Linzer tart. Oh, that's pretty. That's not a pie, though. So weird. Oh, golden peach pie. That I like to make it September, right after the peaches get harvested. I do live in a farming community half of the year. Yum. Awesome Mom says, I haven't been on Amazon Live for a long time. I didn't even notice. Okay, well, we're both back. I'm glad you made it for this festive Prime Deal days. And I'm glad to hear you can hear me. Because when I did my first live stream this morning, I muted myself like an idiot and didn't notice until Katie said something. Fig and pecan tart. That counts as a pie, kind of? I guess the difference is tart dough is different than pie crust. Okay, whoopie pies, that's not a pie. So this massive cookbook is Baking, the Ultimate Cookbook. It's 44% off. Ugh. I'm going to kind of jump around, and I don't want to make people dizzy in the carousel, but I know everyone wants to see the awesome decor behind me. We're here to talk about cookbooks, but we don't want to talk about cookbooks 24/7 when we have awesome decorations behind me. I keep backing out of the app. See, I'm a little rusty. It's hard to scroll the carousel without moving the whole thing. Oh, we have so many good cookbooks. Oh, I want to show you guys before the battery runs out, my Lamp Lust tiered glass. This is so pretty. It is lit up. It's kind of hard to tell with my ring light. I feel like it's plastic. They say it's glass, but I don't feel like I can shatter this if I try, which I don't want to try. This looks so awesome on my bookcase or in the middle of my dining table, and it's not scented or anything. There's just little fairy lights and the little battery. I'm not sure what kind it is. Oh, 3 AAAs, so it's going to last a long time. It looks so pretty at night when I leave it on the dining table and the rest of the room is dark. It just kind of glows and it's not scary. I like the little maple leaf at the top. This is my favorite Halloween decor item that I've bought this year. And it is, I don't know how much. I better click on it because I think it's now a third-party seller. Oh, it's almost sold out. Okay, buying options. I feel like, oh, it's $45. Whoa. Well, I'm glad I like it as much then. I don't normally spend that much on Christmas and Thanksgiving lighting. I think I would keep that up through Thanksgiving. It's not too spooky. Okay, let's grab our next cookbook that I could. Oh, I wanted to mention the candle. I can't burn it today because I don't want to have open flames in my office around a bunch of cookbooks. But this is DW Home Maple Pumpkin. It's what I burn in autumn. It smells like dessert. Now, I burn it in the kitchen while I'm cooking, but I don't burn it in the dining room when we're eating because the scent interferes with the actual flavor of the food. But it makes your house smell like a maple pumpkin donut, which is kind of torturous. So up to you if you can handle that or not. I like the wood lid. It looks kind of rustic and farmhousey, and I can put it on when I'm done. And that is $29.99. It is not on sale. Let's grab another cookbook. Okay. You might wonder why I have the Gilmore Girls cookbook on here. Well, I love Gilmore Girls. I rewatch it every autumn. And it seems like all those skinny ladies do is eat all day long in the show, and they stay skinny. But I love talking about Gilmore Girls with my sister and my cousin. Our family just loves the show. And so I pulled out the cookbook and said, I bet they have a pie recipe. And they do. It's perfect peach pie on page 35. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. That's not pie, though. Page 35. Pie. I think I'm hungry for peach pie. Oh, there's no picture with my luck. Should have thought of that before I jumped to this. Fine. Weston's Bakery offers Luke some stiff competition in the pie department. So if he's going to sell pie, it has to be perfect. Okay, so we could get the pie at Luke's Diner. So that's Gilmore Girls, the official cookbook. Let me know if you have any questions about it, but I'm going to set it aside since it doesn't actually have a picture of the pie I wanted to show you. I'm kind of mad now. Why don't we look at, let's grab a cookbook that is easy for me to find right in front of me. I have huge stacks here right now, you guys. Here's a funny one. It's called Retro Pies. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. I love these little retro cookbooks. They don't have the best pictures or illustrations, but they're really fun, and I like researching old recipes. This is a collection of celebrated family recipes by Linda Everett. And they took all these illustrations from old magazines from the 40s and 50s and 60s, the mid-century, maybe the 70s too. Collectors Press, Portland, Oregon. This came out in 2003. And the contents are a little pie history, pie crust clinic, main dish pies, fruit pies, and custard pies. I don't personally care for custard pies. And they have an index in the back and funky old illustrations. Here's a Deep South peanut butter pie. The recipe calls for shelled raw peanuts that have been blanched, a cup of molasses, light sorghum or dark corn syrup, so basically any kind you can get your hands on, sugar, butter, 4 eggs, vanilla, salt, nutmeg, and the pastry for a single crust pie. That sounds good. Peanut butter. I'm not sure I would call that peanut butter. Washington Irving's mincemeat pie. I'm never sure exactly what mincemeat is, and it has the word meat. Yep, ground beef. Woo, no thank you. Ugh, really? Okay. Pennsylvania Dutch raisin pie. Raisin pie was my mother's favorite, but it had to be raisin cream pie. This one has a lot of spices in it. Cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, sour cream. A peninsula surprise pie. As long as the surprise isn't meat, I'm okay with it. So this is Retro Pies, a collection of celebrated family recipes. It is an older book from 2003. So I'm going to click on it and see how much it is from a third-party seller. Woo! It's $1.91. Woohoo! That's a deal. That's what I call a deal. That's pretty cool. Okay, what should we look at next? What can I grab? Oh, let's grab retro baking. Very similar, and then we'll get back to the modern cookbooks that have huge, colorful photos. I got this at a used bookstore, but it is available on Amazon, barely. It's Retro Baking 100 Classic Contest Winners updated for today. This is by Maureen Fisher. And it looks like it came out in the 90s, but I could be wrong. It's also by Collectors Press. And it came out 2004. I'm mistaken. Breads and rolls, savory bakery, cookies, cakes, an entire pie chapter. Starts on page 90. Let's get there. Almost there. Okay. Woo! Pies. And the first recipe of the book is apple crumble pie. Very forgiving, easy recipe. Here's a rosy apple pie, which is a two-crust pastry. And blueberry cream pie. Yum. Hey, I have a blueberry tree in my backyard. I got 2 berries this year. Oh, well. Cherry cheesecake pie. Fresh pear pie. Tropical tangy pie. Strawberry pie, oh, yum, especially with that glaze that you can get. You could make glaze yourself, but if you can open a can and put it over that, I'm all for it. Golden Dream peach pie. Lemon pie, yum. Coconut pie, not my favorite, wouldn't eat it. Chocolate silk pie, spiced pie. Chocolate peanut pie. Florida pie, i.e. orange juice. Southern sugar pie. And now we're in a different chapter. Wow, that is retro baking. It is on Amazon, barely. I think one person has a copy of it. Click on the link below in the carousel if you want to learn more about it. So Goto Dinners is the newest Ina Garten cookbook. And it has a pie recipe or 2. And I'm thinking maybe one of them savory. I'm going to have to look it up. I love her cooking videos. I don't necessarily collect all of her cookbooks. They're great, but I learn so much from her videos. I would rather watch them that way. Oh, the reason I pulled this is she has a bourbon chocolate pecan pie. Page 230. Let's get there. That sounds really good. Okay. Page 230. Here it is. Bourbon chocolate pecan pie. That is what I might serve at Thanksgiving because I have only adults coming. I want to do something besides just pumpkin pie and pecan pie, and I'm probably in charge of the pies because as a vegetarian, I'm not usually in charge of the turkey or ham, and that's the way it should be. Kosher salt, 8 tablespoons butter, 2 extra large eggs, vanilla extract, 2.5 tablespoons good bourbon, such as Maker's Mark. Not my favorite bourbon brand. I like something a little more expensive. That's okay. Good vanilla ice cream like Haagen-Dazs for serving, and a cup of whole pecans large diced, and a store-bought frozen pie crust. That works. I like saving time, but I know how to make pie crust. I might make my own. That was the pie recipe from Goto Dinners. I wanted to mention this because this cookbook in hardback form is 48% off today, dropping it down to just $18. I'm going to pop over to StreamYard and make sure nobody's chatting over on YouTube. Sadly, they are not. But they're watching, so hi, hello for that. Give me a second to grab some tea. And I'm going to look through the Artful Pie Project because it is a deal, but it's only 15% off. Better than nothing. $34. It's a massive pie book. And if I remember correctly from looking through this, it is savory and sweet pies, as it should be. Pies! Katie is going to be tortured. I hope you ate lunch because this is going to kill you. Pies. Okay. This is a sweet and savory book of recipes. Whitecap is the publisher. Denise Marchessault is the author. Artwork and photography by Deb Garlick. Thank you, they said, for buying the cookbook. Okay. The chapters are pastry dough, cherry and berry, vegetable, land and sea, apple, fruit and nut, chocolate, custard and cream, and citrus. Wow. Let's do a quick flip through. Oh, I need to eat lunch. This is going to kill me. Why did I do a pie stream before lunch instead of after? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Any particular pies we should look at? Oh, I love the step-by-step photos for how to make a cream cheese dough. And you're folding it in and folding it and making a seam. Wow. Blueberry and blackberry galette. Not really a pie. Let's move on. Looks delicious. Asparagus and leek tart. Are tarts pies? Sure. Ooh, this looks savory. What is this? No, sorry, I'm out. Pan-seared Brussels sprout tart. I'd rather just eat Brussels sprouts. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the Artful Pie Project, a gorgeous pie book. This is a beef pot pie. My boyfriend would love that. It's in a little dish you can keep hot. Salmon Kulibiak. I've never heard that word before, and that looks really interesting. Oh my gosh, I have to show you this. Fig stuffed apple dumplings. Cute. Not a pie, though. I want a traditional pie. Here we go. Well, a nutty pear tart. I'm nutty enough. That's pretty, though. Tart au sucre. A sugar tart. Where's some traditional pies? Oh, a triple chocolate tart. Yum. So this is a massive book that has a generous interpretation of what a pie is, not just like apple in some pastry dough. It is very heavy. And it is 15% off today on deals, dropping it down to $34. Let's grab, I'm looking for cookbooks I can easily find. Let's do the ones on my table. Oh, let's do Pieometry because it is 32% off today. This is a stunning cookbook. I remember looking through this over on YouTube, and I follow Loco Kitchen on Instagram. She posts the most beautiful pies, modern tart, art, and pie design for the eye and the palate. These are pretty much above my skill level, but you're welcome to attempt them. She has tons of step-by-step photos, thank goodness, to make these artsy pies. I'll flip through really quick, and then I'll slow down and show you some individual pies. These are amazing. This cookbook is 32% off today. So she's making a checkerboard-style crust on that pie. I would eat a beet shingle pie, but I'm sure a lot of people would not. I'm totally down for it. In fact, I'm hungry for beets. This is Life of the Tardy. It looks like kiwi pieces on top of a custard pie. Yum. I see some chocolate. Her designs are amazing. Oh, most valuable layer. That's very artistic. Here's Heads or Scales. I love the names that she gives her pies. Plum Fin Pie. A gorgeous wavy layer design. That is the perfect autumn pie. I bet it tastes good too, besides just looking pretty. Spike a Pose, she calls this one. Ooh, I don't even know what these all are. Wow, this cookbook is phenomenal. I hope she won awards for it. I'm pretty sure she did. You can follow at Loco Kitchen on Instagram. She shares beautiful things every single day. That is Pieometry by Lauren Coe. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Next, I'm going to look for Dappled, which is a bunch of fruit pies by my friend Nicole Rucker, who has a pie shop, I think near Los Angeles. Just got to find where I put that book. Well, let's chat about some more of the decorations if I can stop backing out of the app. I might need to clean my phone or something. Oh my gosh, I cannot stay in the app to save my life. Okay, we talked about my cup. Oh, let's talk about this Lights for Fun pumpkin. It's glittery, it's sweetly spooky, and it's color changing. There's little lights inside to make it green and then orange and then blue. cream-ish purple. It's very glittery, very light, and the on-off switch is down here. And the glitter does come off when you touch it, so don't handle it very often. I also wanted to show you these Gorge Moment glass candles, flameless, with a little fake flame on the inside that's hard to show you. There we go. They're in glass, and you get 3 in the set. I only have 2 here because I ran out of batteries. I like they are very autumnal. They're not necessarily just Halloween. You can use them all the way from September through Thanksgiving. And then I would take them down and put Christmas stuff up. So they're flameless, so they're safe for dorm rooms, children's rooms, your house. You can put them near curtains, etc. They take AA? Yes, AA batteries, on-off switch on the bottom, and they have a timer. And they come in 3-tiered sets. They are by Gorge Moment, and they're a prime big deal. They're only $29 instead of the $45.99 that I paid for them when I bought them. I love them. They're great in my windows, especially on dark, rainy nights like we have tonight. I also wanted to show you my cute little flickering orange candles. They're very glittery, shaped like pumpkins. I would keep these up through Thanksgiving also because they're not like Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. They're just pumpkins. So you can really get more out of your decor, more use out of it. These are not, oh yeah, they're 14% off. They're $31.99. You get a set of 3. They're glittery wax candles, so you don't want to put them near a heat source. No near the fireplace, not near the heater. And 3 different sizes. They look really cute on your bookshelf too, or on a side table in a dark room, or in your guest bathroom. They're just so cute. I love them. Doggy Nikki, hey, let's show some likes up. Amazing job. Oh, thank you. Are you guys streaming today? I haven't seen your stream in a little while, and I'm a little rusty myself, so I'm glad to have friendly people come on by. And I love how my phone is on Do Not Disturb, and it's still letting someone text and call me. I guess I have Do Not Disturb set up wrong. I'm glad to see you. I was taking a break showing people some of my decorative stuff. Before we go back to talking about cookbooks, I'm burning this maple pumpkin candle tonight in my rainy house. This is a battery-operated fake maple tree that lights up. It looks awesome on your mantle, but keep it away from the fire. And it looks really good on a bookshelf, either end of it. And I use it for photo shoots outside with our books, because our other channel is Dark Side of the Library, where we talk about spooky books. And I'm going to be streaming over there later today, too, talking about creepy reads. But we're here to talk about pie. No stream for us today. Love the fall decorations. Thank you. You're going to be seeing a lot more of them. And I sort of have an addiction to buying background photography backdrops. Woo! So let's do another pie book. I'm just looking to see what I can find. Entertaining with Betty. Let me throw it in the carousel. Betty Crocker definitely had a lot of pie recipes, although they preferred if you bought their pre-mixed cake mixes, which is how they made their money. I'm looking for this cute little cookbook. It's a reproduction. It's 67% off today. This cute little book is only $5.20. It would be a great book for the vintage retro lover in your life, the baker in your life. It's really cute. It was originally published in 1959. It says party perfect every time. I have missed throwing parties. I lived in a small town where I made a couple friends, tried to throw parties. Everybody was too busy to come. So now that I'm living back in my actual town where I have lots of friends, I can throw parties again. I'm going to jump to the Midnight Suppers. Come by for dessert and coffee is probably the chapter I want for pies. So here's what the cookbook looks like. Adorable line illustrations, 3 colors, but sometimes there's a food picture. Lamb shish kebabs. No. Maggie's butternut cake filling. French silk chocolate puffs. No, there's not a lot of dessert recipes in this book. I thought I saw a pie. Butterball coffee cake. I guess there's a dessert recipe for every menu. Let me look it up in the recipe index because I know there was a pie. Brownie peppermint pie, page 115. That is what I'm here for. That sounds really good. 115. Let's see if they have an illustration of it. Nope. Well, that's cute. It's still an adorable book. I'm going to set it down. That is 67% off. Oh my gosh. Did I ever add Dappled? I'm going to make sure I added this cookbook I want to talk about. I don't think I did. Dappled Cookbook by Nicole Rucker. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I forgot to add it. Well, like I said, I'm a little rusty on live streaming. It's been a while. Took me a while just to get the office unpacked and the lights set up properly, etc. So now it's going to be at the end of my stream. Dappled, 60% off. Just $12.80 today. This is a gorgeous fruit-forward cookbook. Baking recipes for fruit lovers. When did this come out? Chef and owner of Fiona. I knew Nicole when she was a little girl. Sorry for name dropping. She was an awesome kid. Dappled. Baking recipes for fruit lovers. It's by Avery Books. Came out in 2019. It's still pretty new. I'm going to do a quick flip through. There we go. I knew there's some beautiful pictures in here. Just got to find them. I saw a pie. I saw a pie. Her chapters are cookies and bars, dessert cakes, puddings, cobblers and crisps, pies, tarts, and galettes. Page 135. Let's jump to it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Off to a good start. Beautiful. These are all going to be fruit forward. She loves fruit. Sour apple pie. I would like that, but my sweet tooth boyfriend probably wouldn't. Apple crumb slab pie. Slab pies are nice when you're bringing it to a potluck and you don't want the mess of cutting the pastry. Banana cream pie. That's beautiful. Berry buttermilk pie. I hope there's a picture. Yes. Oh, that looks so moist and delicious. And then black and blue pie with brown sugar crumb. Does that mean blackberries and blueberries? I'm assuming huckleberries or blueberries. And blackberries, boysenberries, or marionberries. I like the options. July flame peach pie. Look at that crust. And then boysenberry hand pies and a rhubarb pie. That wouldn't be my favorite. Too sour. But I do have rhubarb growing in my backyard in the spring. Frankie's lemon pie. Gorgeous. Pear and cranberry pie. There's a lot of pies in this book. The lime pie that saved us. There must be a story about that. Yes. They got a good review in the LA Times about Fiona and that pie. Boiled maple pumpkin, in quotes, pie. This is a great book for pies. And look at this beautiful prune and pistachio cream tart. Stunning. That is Dappled Baking Recipes for Fruit Lovers by Nicole Rucker. And it is 60% off today, $12.80 for that giant, awesome book. We're going to go to Harry Potter land for a second now. The official Harry Potter baking book surprised me that it had a pie recipe or two because British people do puddings and tarts. And they don't really do a lot of pies. So I was real glad to see it. There it is. 33% off today, $13.39 for this gorgeous book. Great Christmas present for a 13 or 14-year-old that loves baking and Harry Potter. This would be a great present if they don't already own it. I would check. It's by Scholastic and Wizarding World. 40-plus recipes inspired by the films. We'll just quickly flip through. And then I'll look up the pie that I saw in here. I know I saw one. Where did it go? Let's look at the... Oh, okay, this is too cool not to show you. The Burrow chocolate cheesecake. That's a lot of work. Okay. Where did I see a pie? Great Hall chicken pie, Hogwarts crest pie, and pumpkin patch pies. Well, let me go to the pumpkin one because it is autumn. Oops, page 32. I went way too far ahead. This is, by the way, a Whomping Willow cheese straw. I knew you would see that and ask and be like, what? Halloumi Howlers. But we're here for pie. Where is it? Quidditch focaccia. This is cute. Okay, Devil's Snare pretzel. No, I'm looking for the pie. Okay, here we go. Almost found it. Pumpkin patch pies. That is adorable. Little hand pies. I like that. And then there was a chicken pie earlier somewhere that we should probably look at. But I'm having trouble finding it. I'm too lazy. Oh, here it is. Hogwarts crest pie. Oh, that's amazing. That's a lot of work. I don't have that kind of time. But a 13-year-old might because they don't work. They just go to school and play. The official Harry Potter baking book is 33% off today, dropping it down to $13.39. Very exciting. All right, we have some more pie books stacking up. I'm going to move this out of the way. Pardon me while I make sure I don't lose my voice with a bunch of live streaming today. Hey, who's watching over on Facebook and YouTube? Drop us a hello in the comments. Okay. I'm looking for... Oh, I still have a whole bunch of decorations to chat about too. I did that one. We didn't talk about my cute little blue one. It's a prime big deal. It's a teal or aqua light up. Can you see the fairy lights in there? The switch is on the bottom. It's glass, so I don't want to drop it. Jalissa Queen, hello. How is your prime big deal day going? This is my third live stream, and I'm rusty. And my first live stream this morning, I was muted and didn't know it until luckily Katie came by and was like, turn your mic on, stupid. Yay. She didn't say stupid. Jalissa, I'm looking forward to your streams the next couple days. I'm just taking a break from looking at pies to show my new light up pumpkin. Yay! Love it. Pies are making me really hungry. I'm going to look at Pie Camp next. I should have had lunch before I did the live stream looking at pie. I have a big stack of cookbooks here. I'm just trying to find the right one. Here it is. Pie Camp. Okay, this one is for serious pie makers that want to learn to seriously make it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the secret that my pie making grandmother told me, and I wish I'd paid more attention when she was in the kitchen with me when I was younger. She had the best, flakiest crust. And we're like, did you use more butter? What did you do? She finally told me, not on her deathbed, but like a month before she died, she's like, okay, I guess I have to tell you, I used 7-Up instead of water in my pie crust to make it bubble up. And there used to be a soda called Bubble Up, and that was my favorite. And 7-Up is not quite as good, but 7-Up is my favorite. So here is Pie Camp. And lots of step-by-step photos, and you can see where people's hands are and what they're doing with them. I love that when I'm trying to learn how to cook or do something. Amazing. Wow, we have to look at this one. This looks like a hot mess, but that's because it's a stovetop fruit filling. Jalissa says we use 7-Up in our 7-Up cakes back in New Orleans. Yeah, for sure. Creamy little berry bites. Kitchen cupboard pies. I like this because you just make it out of what you have, and there's a shoe fly pie recipe, but there's no photo. Maple walnut pie. I would like to serve that for Thanksgiving too, or maybe around that time. I don't like ice cream on top of my pie. Do you guys? It just makes it too mushy and watery. Mrs. T's 3 citrus pie. I will have ice cream on the side, but not on top. This is a mocha banana freezer pie. It's really hard to photograph brown food and not have it look yucky, but it's really good. Katie says, I've heard about using 7-Up for a lot of baking. It's a great trick. Pie Camp is on my top 3 pie cookbooks for sure. And it's funny that people don't say Sprite, because I feel like Sprite and 7-Up are almost the same thing. I can tell the difference. If you did a taste test, I'd know which was which. I like them both. But why is it 7-Up for baking? Oh, I want to show you these step-by-step. Oh, 1 cup out. No, look at these wonderful step-by-step photos. This really teaches you how to make pie. Katie is quite a pie maker. Old-fashioned apple crisp. I love this for a weeknight dinner because you're not really making pie. It doesn't take a lot of time. You just dump a bunch of stuff in a bowl and call it good. Jalissa says, Katie, it gives a nice, soft, creamy consistency. Here is a Nana banana cream pie. If you like bananas, you'd like this. If not, Mango cream pie, and look how they slice the mangoes. That's beautiful. Wow, okay. So this is Pie Camp by Kate McDermott, and her other book is The Art of the Pie. Also, we're going to look through that one. Pie Camp is 47% off today. That is an amazing deal. Let me grab Art of the Pie. It's 45% off today. Woo! $19 for this giant pie cookbook. Now, I know some people like cooking off of internet recipes, and I do too, but I get more inspired to get my lazy butt into the kitchen and actually bake and cook stuff if I look through a paper cookbook when I'm sitting in a chair relaxing with tea. This is a practical guide to homemade crust fillings and life. The stunning photography is by Andrew Scrivani. Be happy, make pie. So how is this different than Pie Camp? I'm going to guess that this isn't so technical, geeky about the crusts, and maybe not so many step-by-step photos. The chapters are flour, salt, water, and fat, how to make pie dough. Understandably, place to start. Fruit, sweetener, seasoning, the quintessential apple pie, an entire chapter on apple pie. A berry pie for Julia, sweet as a peach and other stone fruits. Old-fashioned rhubarb and citrus pies. I might skip that chapter. I don't like rhubarb. Creamy, nutty, cool, and yummy. And then savory supper pies. Now, I'm not making supper tonight. I told my boyfriend, it's Amazon Big Prime Deal days. I'm going to be live streaming. You got to cook. So he's making salmon and potatoes for him, and potatoes and vegetarian meat for me, and a salad. Look at this gorgeous cookbook. Yeah, not a lot of step-by-step photos. This is a poached pear sour cream caramel pie with a crumb topping. That could be a nice Thanksgiving adjacent pie to make, like maybe not on Thanksgiving because it's not super traditional, but like the weekend before, weekend after. Here's the quintessential apple pie chapter. Oh, talking about all the kinds of apple. So it is getting kind of technical. The quintessential apple pie. Well, that's a different recipe than my grandmother made it. And I have to make my own pies a lot of the time because I'm allergic to ginger and cinnamon. And guess what's in pumpkin pie? That's pretty. Berry pie. This is a Concord grape pie, which I haven't had in a long time. And I'm guessing because it's purple, it's Jalissa's favorite. That's what I think. How about we'll look at two more, and I'm going to switch to another cookbook. Plum pie. I actually have plum trees in my backyard, but they don't bear fruit every year, and they didn't this year. How about a sour cherry pie? That sounds good, especially in spring. This cookbook is giant. I'm having trouble closing it, of course, because I have an audience. I don't want to destroy my cookbook. So that is 45% off. That's Art of the Pie. So Kate McDermott has done two fantastic. I can't imagine how many years these took her to research and write and bake and test and all that. Oh my goodness. The book on pie, I don't have in front of me, but I wanted to mention it. It's in the carousel. And one good part about not being an A-lister is I don't have to have 100% of my items on hand to show you. Yay! I wanted to mention the book on pie because it's 45% off. Click it in the carousel. Check it out. It's also very good. I also don't have Pie School in front of me. Can't find it. It's 30% off today. And Pie Academy. I have it downstairs. Could not find it in my giant pile of recently unpacked cookbooks. Help. But it's 51% off. I had to mention it. And Pie Academy is one of my favorite cookbooks as well. So now we are looking. We have 2 pie books left. Just have to find them in the carousel. The new pie. Here it is. This one is pretty stunning. Modern techniques for the classic American dessert. It is only 15% off today, but better than nothing. It is by Chris Taylor and Paul Arguin. And I seem to remember it is gorgeous. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. You know, I'm all about the pictures. I'm very shallow. I'm closed-minded. If a cookbook doesn't have good pictures, I'm pretty much out unless it's a retro cookbook. The new pie. This is dedicated to our moms who taught us how to bake with love. Aw. So the chapters, this has an interesting chapter I have not seen in very many pie books. The new cocktail pies. Yes, please. Showpiece pies, nut pies, fruit pies, pie crust, cream pies, custard pies, and frills and garnishes for the new pies. Let's go right to the cocktail pie chapter. You know you want to. 165. Here we go. Okay. Strawberry margarita pie with salted rim. That makes me laugh. Katie's laughing too. Cherry Manhattans served up. That's a pie, apparently. Can it be a pie if there's no crust? Okay, I'm not going to argue because that looks really good. These recipes do call for gelatin, which I can't have as a vegetarian. This is called the Nicole. This is called a sherry raisin pie. Serve that at Thanksgiving and you'll be everyone's favorite hostess. Wow. Oh my gosh. The old-fashioned cherry pie. And by old-fashioned, I'm assuming they mean bourbon. Yes, they do. This is a mango colada pie. Yum. Well, you know we'd be all over a margarita pie. I know. Okay, guys, I have a feeling this is a no. It says unbeatable. Yeah, it's a beet pie. Fair enough. Beets are actually made out of sugar. They're sugary. They're sugar beets, so it makes sense that you'd put them in a pie. It's just kind of odd. The spices for this are cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. So I would have to make this for myself and not put those 3 spices in because I'm allergic. Sweet potato with hazelnut crunch. Do I see cute little... Oh my gosh, look at this orange pie, and they made little sugar oranges to go on top of it. That's adorable. So this is a pretty cool book. The National Pie Championships, Creme de la Creme, Bubbling Butterbeer. Whoa! This cookbook is 15% off today. Peanut butter checkerboard. That's too much. That's too much squeezing a pastry tube. I can't do it. Makes my hand hurt just to think about it. But good on them. Saturday morning cartoon cereal pie. This cookbook is cracking me up. This is the new pie, Modern Techniques for American pies. We have 1 pie cookbook left. I'm pretty sure I didn't throw it into the carousel. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, thank you, me. Thank you, Carrie. The official Downton Abbey Christmas cookbook is 33% off today. For a British cookbook, it has a surprising amount of pies. This is a gorgeous cookbook. Came out 2 years ago-ish. I jumped all over it. We weren't yet at the spot where cookbook publishers send us free cookbooks. I had this pre-order on Amazon for months, and the day it showed up on my doorstep, I actually cried because I was so excited because I love Downton Abbey. And you get to see pictures of the cast members too, but look at these beautiful desserts. One time I was flipping through on YouTube, minding my own business, and I accidentally said the wrong name for Daisy. I just was kind of idly going through, and some jerk on YouTube was like, you must not have watched the show. They were so rude. People, let's be nice, please. Let's be nice. I see some cakes, but I'm looking for pie, tutti frutti ice cream, ice pudding. Wow, that's pretty. Spice bread, champagne jelly. I know there's pie in here. Let me look it up in the index. The Smoking Bishop. Oh, here's the actors in their beautiful outfits, costumes. Pie. Here we go. Boar's Head pie. We're not going to look at that one. That's disgusting. Christmas apple pie, game bird pie, mince pie, and a Yorkshire Christmas pie. We'll do that. Page 113. I don't know what's in it. We're about to find out. Ooh, I almost looked at Boar's Head pie. That is beautiful. Yorkshire Christmas pie. Now that is nice. Okay. The other pie I wanted to look at is the Christmas apple pie, page 191. I'm almost there. Here we go. Beautiful. So there are a couple pies in the Downton Abbey Christmas cookbook, which is 33% off today. Yay! So this concludes our pie cookbook festival for today. You're going to see these autumn decorations behind me when I go on to do our next live streams today. We're going to talk about toys and gifts. We're going to have early Christmas. I'm going to put these away. I don't want to, but I'm going to put these away for Christmas in October. We're going to chat about early Christmas shopping. It's important to get it out of the way and done so you can relax when it's actually dark, cold, snowy, rainy in December. You can just wrap your gifts by the fireplace. Have some toy recommendations we're going to talk about. I'm going to go over to Dark Side of the Library this afternoon and talk about spooky reads while I still have my autumn stuff up. So I hope you'll join us over there later. I'm going to go eat some lunch. Thank you so much for being here. Gina was on my stream and I missed it. Oh my gosh. I wasn't even looking. Gina, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you over at Dark Side of the Library in about an hour. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.